For this short video, we're going to be focusing on two things. Thomas Paine's Common Sense, which you guys had in the handouts that we worked on today in class, and you're going to be introduced to the Declaration of Independence, which we'll be talking about tomorrow in class. So make sure you guys are taking good notes. The easiest way to remember the purpose of the Declaration of Independence is actually in its name. The Declaration of Independence was written to declare independence. So its purpose is to let King George III and Parliament know that the colonies are intending to be their own country and are breaking apart from Great Britain. Before we continue on with the Declaration of Independence, let's talk a little bit about Thomas Paine's Common Sense. Common Sense was a pamphlet that was written by Paine, who was actually English. He came over from Great Britain to the colonies. He was not born in the colonies. And in it, he writes about the fact that the relationship between the colonies and Great Britain cannot be mended. It is too broken, and the best thing for everyone is for the colonies to break apart and to form their own country. That is what is common sense to him. Don't continue to be colonies, and the motherland break apart into two separate countries. And this helped gain the support for independence. As the notion and the idea of independence starts to become more popular thanks to Thomas Paine's Common Sense, you then have the Second Continental Congress agreeing to write the Declaration of Independence in June of 1776. And in this painting, you can see all the way on the left, the man sitting down with the bald head is supposed to be Benjamin Franklin. The guy sitting in the middle is John Adams. And the tall man standing up is Thomas Jefferson. Jefferson was given the task of writing the Declaration of Independence. He takes a couple of weeks to write it. He finalizes it in early July. It is officially accepted and signed on July 4th, 1776. And that is the reason that we have Independence Day. You could divide the Declaration of Independence into three basic parts. The first part is that all people have equal rights. And he starts off the second paragraph with, "We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal, that they are endowed by their Creator with certain unalienable rights, that among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness." These are all things that you should have heard about in the past, but probably didn't realize that they came from the Declaration of Independence. So this is where we get that. The second part of the Declaration of Independence is a long list of everything that Great Britain has done wrong to the colonists. And the third part establishes the United States of America as an independent country. This is where the Declaration of Independence was signed. This is Independence Hall. It is in Philly. It's still in existence there today. And this is where the Second Continental Congress was met up to sign the Declaration of Independence and to meet up and discuss all the different things that were going on. And this drawing over here, this picture, is a depiction of when they read the Declaration of Independence out loud to the crowd in Boston to notify people of what was going on. And this happens just a few days after it's signed on July 18. And since we now have declared ourselves to be officially independent, and now we're no longer the colonies of Great Britain, but rather the newly founded country of the United States of America, we no longer need a statue of King George III. So this painting over here depicts the statue of King George on a horse being pulled down. And we're pulling down the statue, and we are going to kick or give the boot to the British all the way back to England. We don't want you here in the U.S. Thomas Jefferson did a lot of things, had a lot of accomplishments in his lifetime, but his first big, first major thing that he accomplished probably would have been the writing of the Declaration of Independence. And there are multiple quotes about Thomas Jefferson's views on equality. He did write the words, "All men are created equal." And here you have a couple more that feed into that. Nothing is more certainly written in the book of fate than that these people are to be free. And we'll talk about the contradictions of being a slave owner, but still believing in freedom for all. And in the picture, you see his monument down in Washington, D.C. So now that you have reached the end of the video, you should be able to answer these very easy questions. The first one, what is the purpose of Thomas Paine's Common Sense? Who wrote the Declaration of Independence? And then finally, the 3 parts of the Declaration of Independence. Make sure you study your notes because you may never know when you have a quiz in class. Make sure you answer your blog, and I will see you guys tomorrow.